People keep asking the age-old question, who's better, A'ja Wilson or Breanna Stewart?
Think about it.
In this episode, we're gonna go over the top 50 WNBA fantasy basketball players according to #basketball. We believe every NBA fan that plays fantasy football should also play fantasy basketball. So before we start, we have to do our Caitlin Clark watch. She had another game, and I want to make sure that I provide that value. In her last game, Caitlin Clark, she kind of had an average game. She did 1 block, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, and 9 points. But the good thing is her turnovers were down from her last game. The game before that, she had 10 turnovers versus Connecticut. And against New York, on the 16th, she had 3. Still bad to have 3 turnovers, but it's a lot better than having 10 turnovers. So look for Caitlin Clark to get better every game. Again, with actual point guards in fantasy basketball, it's always a struggle because whether it's the men's game or the women's game, turnovers will be a part of it as rookies get adjusted to the tempo of their respective league. So just be patient with her. She will finish top 15 at the lowest. So be ready for that. We talked about who's number 1, who's number 2. Some people say A'ja Wilson is number 1. I always like to take into consideration who has the crown, who is the champion. And A'ja Wilson has the crown right now. She's the 2-time defending champion. So for me, I lean towards A'ja Wilson, although Breanna Stewart, MVP, she is an official baller. But let's go through it and see what #basketball has to say about it. So #basketball here, they have at number 1, Breanna Stewart. Number 2, A'ja Wilson. That's worth noting. A'ja Wilson is number 2 according to #basketball. So, it is what it is. Me personally, I like putting A'ja at number 1 just because she is the defending champion, but I can't be mad at Breanna Stewart. She is definitely a force to be reckoned with. Then we have Napheesa Collier at number 3. I think she moved up in rankings since the last time I did this. At number 4, we have Nika Ogumike. Then we have at number 5, Jewel Lloyd. At number 6, Alicia Thomas. At number 7, Satu Sabali. Number 8, Sabrina Ionesco. At number 9, we have Arike Ogunbowale. At number 10, we have Natasha Howard. Number 11, we have Skylar Diggins-Smith. I just want to take a minute to give a quick shout out, OG first few seasons. I'm talking about Cynthia Cooper, right? Cheryl Swoops, come on, right? You with me? All of these players that laid down the foundation for what is about to happen. I used to follow the W when they first rolled out, and I used to be into it. Lisa Leslie in the early 2000s, just those early days really laid down the foundation. Oh, thank you so much, babe. My daughter's here helping me out. She made a little, what is that, a flower? So even for players like my daughter, who is a 5-year-old, right? They are now seeing women's sports grow, and it'll be an opportunity for her when she starts playing as a soccer player. So I'm just super excited. Big shout out to all.
I am a soccer player.
Okay. Number 12, we have Ryan Howard. Number 13, we have Brittany Sykes. Number 14, we have Caitlin Clark. Cooking with hot grease, y'all. Number 15, we have Jackie Young. Number 16, the teammate of Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston. She is fire. I watched her first game. She went off. Number 17, we have Kelsey Plum. Number 18, we have Chelsea Gray. Man, when we talk about Las Vegas, they might have the best starting 5, not just in the WNBA. They might have the best starting 5 in all of basketball. They might have the best starting 5 or starting lineup, I should say, in professional sports. They're that good. And look for them to try to repeat this year. At number 19, we have DeWanna Bonner from Connecticut. She went off in that first game against Caitlin Clark in the Fever. Number 20, we have Cheyenne Parker Tyus. Number 21, we have Jonquay Jones. Number 22, we have Ezzy Magbagor. Number 23, we have Marina Mabry. Number 24, Nalissa Smith. Number 25, we have Alicia Gray. Number 26, we have Kalia Cooper. Number 27, Cameron Brink, who went off in her first game. Number 28, we have Tina Charles. Number 29, we have Jordan Canada. Number 30, we have Brittany Griner, who is currently banged up and will be out. I believe it's a toe injury. Then at 31, we have Brianna Jones. And then at number 32, who many consider to be one of the, if not the GOAT of WNBA basketball, Diana Taurasi. It's worth noting that during the NCAA tournament, there was a little bit of shade thrown around towards Caitlin Clark coming from Taurasi, and people are still talking about it. So me personally, I think she was just responding as an OG vet. I don't think there was any real venom there, but I am really interested to see their first matchup. That's Taurasi versus Clark. I cannot wait. I got to actually mark that on my calendar. Number 33, we have Tiara McCowan. Number 34, Courtney Vandersloot. Number 35, Natasha Cloud. Number 36, Shakira Austin. Number 37, Kelsey Mitchell. Number 39, Ariel Atkins. Number 40, Kayla McBride. Number 41, Betnesia Laney Hamilton. Number 42, Derica Hamby. Number 43, Alana Smith. Number 44, Diamond DeShields. And funny enough, Diamond DeShields is available in a lot of spots, y'all. She is rostered, at the time of recording this, she is rostered in less than 50% of leagues. Listen, like if she's available, you definitely want to grab her. And then we have Dorka Juhas at number 45. Number 46, Aaliyah Edwards. Number 47, Rakia Jackson. Number 48, Mariah Jefferson. Number 49, Diamond Miller. And last but not least, another player who has been on the waiver wire, Dejournay Carrington from Connecticut. So there you have it. Those are your top 50. Hey, baby. Those are your top 50 WNBA fantasy basketball players. If you guys want the rest of the list, I can go up to 100. I can do 50 to 100. All I need you to do is drop a comment below and write, "Give me more." If you want 50 to 100, let me know. I will give more context to the players as we move through the season. But one thing that I'm telling everybody, I'm on a rooftop about, is that fantasy is fantasy. A lot of it is analytics, numbers, paying attention to trends, being very sharp and nimble on the waiver wire. So already in my first week of actually playing WNBA fantasy basketball, I can already see a lot of the trends, a lot of the strategies and techniques that we use in the men's game for NBA fantasy applying here, specifically for points league formats. So if you are a fantasy basketball player from the NBA fantasy, if you are someone this summer who you're like, what am I going to do until fantasy football starts? This is a great opportunity to get in on the women's game. If you want to jump in a league, you can join our Discord server. All you have to do is visit BelieveInFantasy.com and go to League Finder. Just put it out there. Hey, anybody want to draft late? It's only the first week of the season. So if you did a draft this weekend, you could actually start week 2 fresh and have a clean slate to go into the WNBA fantasy basketball season. With that being said, be a two-way player. We don't need you to just play offense. We don't need you just to play defense. We need you to play offense, which is tuning in on YouTube, making sure you're dropping comments, liking, sharing, subscribing, all of that good stuff. And then we need you to play defense, which is arguably one of the most important ways that you can support this channel, is listen to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to your favorite shows. If you watch the YouTube but you don't listen to podcasts, this is an amazing time to start listening to podcasts. Just do it. You can do both. You can listen and watch. You can do it at the same time. Put them joints on repeat. You have no idea. We do all of this content for free, but it would mean the world to us if you supported the channel by watching and listening to the content. Don't forget, play the waivers, set your lineups, and believe in fantasy.